Hey, ladies and gentlemen, and then now, welcome to the vocabulary lesson. Now we're up to vocabulary lesson 137. And now we're going to be talking about assignment and confinement here, okay? So now, assignment. Let's go with assignment here. So assignment means a task or piece of work assigned to someone as part of a job or course of study. A homework assignment. Similar, which is a task, piece of work, piece of business, job, duty, chore, charge, labor, function, commission, mission, errand, engagement, occupation, undertaking, exercise, business, office, responsibility, detail, endeavor, enterprise, piece of research, project, homework, prep, the attribution of someone or something as belonging, the assignment of individuals to particular social positions, similar, allocation, allotment, issuance, awarding, granting, administration, earmarking, designation, setting aside, budgeting, sharing out, apportionment. And then similar, which is distribution, handing out, dealing out, doling out, giving out, dishing out, parceling out, rationing out, dividing up, dispensation, measuring out, meting out, divvying up, divvying. Assignment means a task, something you need to do. Assignment means a task, something you need to do. One last time. Assignment means a task, something you need to do. Assignment means it's a job, a task, it's something that you have to do. And there's a statement called homework assignment. Searching for diamonds is part of my assignment. And then for my remix song called Diamonds from Sierra Leone. Remix by Bazan, which is me. That's based off the other artist's song, which is Kanye West. But and I said, discover more diamonds is part of my assignment. Discovered more diamonds is part of my assignment. Assignment means a task or a piece of work. I have an assignment. I have an assignment due tomorrow. And then so another one here, it says assignment means something you have to do by a certain date and turn it in. I have a school assignment and I have to turn it in next week. And now, there's a movie called Rush Hour. Rush Hour, 1998. That's the year that was been made, 1998. So here we go. Carter says, Agent Russ, maybe this is a good time to tell him to cancel the details of my assignment. And next here says, Agent number 1 says, Warren, he's here for this special assignment. And agent number 2 says, I'm agent in charge Warren Russ. It's good to have you on board. Carter says, I waited a long time for this. You guys sure take a long time to process an application. Agent number 2 says, well, Carter, you're Your particular assignment is considered G14 classified. Why don't you and I take a walk and I'll fill you in? Carter says, okay, Warren. And the other agent says, G14 classified. That's good. And Carter says, you don't understand. This is my dream. I'm very excited about working with the FBI. Warren says, well, I'm glad. Listen, his name is Lee, and the director considers this a top priority. And then Carter, no disrespect, sir, but he's only gonna get in my way. I'm not used to having a partner. If I'm handling the situation, I'm gonna have to work alone. Warren says, Carter, he is the situation. Carter says, we must be misunderstanding. I was sent down here for the kidnapping, the big case, for the little girl. And Warren says, forget the little girl. Your assignment is Lee. Who and what kind of assignment is that? Lee is a foreign detective and a friend of the consul's. It's your job to keep him out of sight and away from danger. You understand? Yeah, I understand. You want me to babysit someone, but I don't do that. I came down here for the big assignment. The truth is, this is an FBI operation, and I don't need help from LAPD or some Chongqing cop. You got it? Whoa, hold it. Why not use your men for this top priority case? What am I supposed to do? Take him to the zoo? I don't give a damn. I don't want to see him or you till this is resolved. Now his plane arrives in an hour. We want to make a good impression, Carter. It's his first trip to America. And then Carter says, hey, this is bullshit. And now Carter was at the airport, and now he was waiting for Lee to come out from the private plane. And now Carter had asked him, says, please tell me if you speak English. I'm Detective Carter. Do you speak any English? Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? And then Lee smiles. I can't believe this shit. First I get a bullshit assignment. Now Mr. Rice-A-Roni don't even speak American. And now the next one, which is confinement. So now, confinement is the action of confining or state of being confined. He was immediately released from his confinement. Similar, which is imprisonment, internment, incarceration, custody, captivity, detention, restraint, arrest, house arrest, thraldom, thrall, duress, durance, penning, caging, locking up, walling in, up enclosure, encirclement, surrounding, encompassment, quarantine, corralling, corralling, immurement, immurement, opposite, liberty, dated, the condition of being in childbirth, the pros and cons of home versus hospital confinement. Similar, labor, expected, delivery, giving birth, birthing, birth, childbirth, nativity, parturition, lying in, accouchement, accouchement, childbed, travail, travail. Confinement means when you are in a space of yourself Solitary confinement is a place where the criminals get locked up in jail. The criminal was in solitary confinement for the crime that he committed. The cat was being confined in the room until he was feeling better. That person was being kept in confinement until he will confess that he stole the diamonds. Confinement is someone or something is being kept by force. And then there's a song called Diamonds from Sierra Leone. I said the other word, different word, confinement. And then this is a remix that's based off Kanye West, and I was doing a remix of this song. So here I said, I stole the diamonds and I was kept in confinement. I stole the diamonds and I was kept in confinement until I confessed that I did it. Confinement, the situation in which a person or animal is kept somewhere, usually by force. He spent most of those years under house arrest or close confinement. Confinement, solitary confinement, being held in isolation for 22 to 24 hours a day in, day out, can be harmful even for adults. By itself, prolonged solitary confinement routinely destroys a person's mind and drives them into insanity. The vast majority of the prisoners have already been living in halfway houses or in home confinement for months. It is not easy to teach creative writing within the confinement of school. Seeking to achieve fusion energy research on high temperature and high density plasma confinement by magnetic fields is being conducted around the world. In future fusion plasma, too, it will be extremely important to improve the magnetic island's confinement state. The dashed lines indicate the timing when the confinement performance, adiabaticity, never heard of that word before, changes. This discovery of the self-regulated oscillation means that there is variety in the performance of plasma confinement. She is sentenced to 2 years probation and 1 year home confinement. According to the suit, extensive research has shown the grave psychological and emotional harm suffered by those who go through extended periods of solitary confinement. Synonyms of confinement: an act of confining, the state of being confined. Solitary confinement: the dog was kept in confinement until it was determined to be healthy. He remained with his wife during her confinement. His conviction exposes him to up to 30 years of confinement. Number one, the act of confining. Number two, the state of being confined. Confinements: if you're dealing with confinement to a jail cell or your classroom or the broom closet, you're stuck there and you can't leave. Confinement means you're being held and you can't move freely. Confinement doesn't have to be a punishment. If you've got a contagious disease, your doctor may recommend confinement to your hospital room. Puppies sometimes prefer confinement in a crate to sleeping in an open room. You may also come across an old-fashioned use of the word confinement, referring to a woman in childbirth, which goes back to when women retired to their rooms to give birth and recuperate. Confinement contains the Latin root finis, end limit. Confinement certainly is limiting. Number one, noun, the state of being confined. He was held in confinement. Number two, noun, the act of keeping something within specified bounds by force if necessary. Number three, noun, the act of restraining a person's liberty by confirming them. Number 4, concluding state of pregnancy from the onset of contractions to the birth of a child. The definition of confinement is the action or state of being contained or kept in a place or situation. When you are trapped in your home and not able to leave, this is an example of confinement. Confinement means the action of confining. It's kind of like jail. He was literally released from confinement. Confinement means the action of confining. It's kind of like the jail. Confinement is kind of like a jail in a way. It's kind of like jail. Jail. That's where people get locked up and go to jail. All right, folks. So, see you later. Hope you guys enjoyed the lesson.